It's showtime, folks. Welcome in. Chasing Big Joe, 1025, 1063 The Game. We are live today at Bridgestone Arena. Predators back in action tonight. Look to make it an 18-game point streak as they take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Big Joe will be along a little bit alongside Nick Frazier, Dr. Crane, who's back at our studios. Nick, good morning. What's up?
Good morning to you, Chaser. How is it? Everything's going at Bridgestone?
Things are good. Getting ready for another one tonight, and I think the overused term is going to be playoff type game, but that's exactly what this is because the Vegas Golden Knights are 3 points back of the Nashville Predators in that second wild card spot. So this is a very, very important game for both teams tonight as Vegas wants to try and get to that first wild card spot. The Predators are trying to maintain that first wild card spot. And also put a little bit of daylight in between them and the Vegas Golden Knights. And also the Predators trying to catch the Winnipeg Jets in that third spot in the Central Division, only 5 points back of the Jets, who've lost 3 in a row. The Predators have won 5 in a row. And, of course, in their last 17 are 15-0-2. So definitely an important game tonight for both teams, however you look at it, as the Predators sit at 88 points in that first wild card spot. Vegas, I mentioned, at 85. St. Louis behind Vegas with 80 and coming off an overtime loss last night. So we got that to get into. Hal Gill going to join us at 9:30. There's rule changes coming in the NFL that obviously we will get into. And so a lot of different things going on today. So just an interesting morning. A little rainy out there. Weather was kind of bumpy last night. But, hey, you know what? We're here to get you through your day and have some fun. 615-737-1025. That is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Starting with the Predators, since they are in action here tonight. Somebody asked me yesterday the question of, look, the NHL is a hard league. Obviously, the Predators are playing well right now, but you can't expect them to win every game. Like, eventually, that time is going to come where they lose again or what have you. I mean, they've had a couple of overtime losses during this stretch, but they've had a point streak. But the time is going to come where there's going to be a regulation loss. And nobody wants to think about that because we're all enjoying this ride right now. But I think it is worth thinking of, okay, let's say that happens, and they've enjoyed a lot of success and a lot of, good things right now. What's the response, when that does happen? And I'm going to tell you, I think, when, if, however you want to put it, this team, the way they're built right now, the fact that they've had taken on the personality of their head coach, Andrew Brunette, I think it kind of shows you that they're ready for any kind of adversity that they get. They're ready for adversity in the now, in the regular season. They're ready for the adversity in the playoffs. I mean, they are ready for it all. And so I think that this team is built for that kind of success. Now, look, the playoffs are hard. We all remember 2017. I know we like to compare that because that was a team that, and the difference is they barely got in and they were the 8th seed and we know the run they went on. The depth eventually got depleted. I'm a firm believer if Ryan Johansson doesn't get hurt in the Western Conference Final, there's a Stanley Cup banner hanging in this building. And so I that's the big part is you got to keep the depth. You got to be able to make it through the battles of the Stanley Cup playoffs. When it comes to everything that that goes into that. I believe Big Joe is on the phone. He is dealing with Nashville right now. Jojo, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Oh, just chilling here at the arena, getting ready for the game tonight.
Well, I'm sorry. I was in an accident. I got hit from behind on Elmo Pike, so just tell people don't speed. Because I got tattooed pretty bad, so don't speed in town. Yeah, I'm very mad, so I'm good. Thank the Lord, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I'm safe. But I'm telling you, quit speeding around town on the roads. It's awful.
Yeah, no, I 100%. I'm glad you're okay. But so Elm Hill and Pike, that's where you were?
Well, because I'm stupid, I went to the studio, and then traffic's bad, so I go down Elm Hill Pike, and I'm minding my business. Somebody's turning, and there's not a turning lane on parts of Elm Hill Pike, so you just slow down, and I was fine, and all of a sudden I just get tattooed. I haven't been in a wreck in 25 years, and I got hit pretty bad from behind, and so everything's good, safe, and sound. Just be careful on the roads today. So, and I got a great question for today. I'm ready to go. And then this. So, good Lord's got me, man. We're going to have a show when I get there.
Well, we are going to have a good show. I'm glad you're okay, first and foremost, and glad the good Lord was, watching out for you today. But slow down. Like you'll get there. Like I almost got tattooed, on the interstate getting off here to come to Bridgestone Arena. So I get it. And we tell everybody put your phones down, but that just falls on deaf ears, and so it's something else. But as I tell people, as I tell my kids, it's hard to injure steel. I'm 50% steel, so that's good. I'm like a transformer, a Terminator. Whatever. What are they called? Terminator. Yeah, Terminator.
Yeah, I'm John. Yeah, I'm John Connor, so I'm good to go with that. But I got a great question for today, man.
Okay, throw it out there.
So Mega Millions is $1.1 billion tonight. $1.1 billion, okay? So we know what you do, what you buy, but the question is, if you win Mega Millions, $1.1 billion, and you throw a party and price is no cost, what band or comedian do you have play your party? It could be, it's got to be living, but who do you hire to play your party? Because you got to have a party. So what band or / comedian do you have come play your party? You got $1.1 billion, so you can hire anybody. Who do you hire?
Man, that's a great question.
I know who the Preds would hire.
Oh yeah, no, and I would help them get U2. I would have U2 playing the band stage every game of the playoffs if I had 1.1 billion. You know what? Okay, I'm a rock and roll guy or a country guy, so you would think I would go that route, like a Garth or something like that. But if it's a party and I'm putting on just an awesome party, I'm getting JT. I'm getting Justin Timberlake.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That gives me a lot of cachet. If I say like, hey, did you ever see the movie? Did you ever see the movie with Will Ferrell and I think Kevin Hart? It was basically, I forget the name of it, but it was
Get Hard.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell's like this rich guy, and he's gonna go to prison and everything, but he has John Mayer come and play his party. It would be like that.
Nice.
So
well done. Mine is abstract, but here's what I would do. I would hire the Coral Reefer Band,
nice,
and Mac McAnally, and have them come play my party and just play all instrumental Jimmy Buffett songs. That's what I have them do.
That would be fun. You could get up there and sing.
So yeah. Yep. So I'd hire the Coral Reefer Band with Mac McAnally and just play. Let those guys play and have a good time. That's what I would do.
I like that. All right, so $1.1 billion. You have a party. Money, doesn't matter. Who would you hire to play your party? 615-737-1025. That's our question of the day. And our phone line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. I like it. That's a fantastic question.
Well, good. Since I'm still alive, it's an even better question.
Yeah, no, I'm very glad you are alive. And so where are you now?
Thanks. I'm by Trevecca. I'm going down Murfreesboro Road, so I'll swing by and say hi to Greg Rupp.
Okay. Is the back end of your car like hanging off? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I kicked some of it in there, but look, man, show's got to go on. I got to get there. I can't sit and be mellow about it. I got to go. I got to get there. So I'm probably 10 minutes out.
Okay. Well, we look forward to you being on. And
all right, do it. Okay, sounds good, buddy.
All right, we'll talk to you here in a few.
All right, pal.
Big Joe Dubin. What a morning. Big Joe Dubin going to join us here in just a few minutes. We're live today. Bridgestone Arena as the Predators take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Our question of the day, money no object, who would you have to play your party if you won the $1.1 billion Mega Millions tonight? I say Justin Timberlake. He says the Coral Reefer Band. Dr. Crane, what about you?
Just gut instinct, I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Oh, that'd be a good one. With Vince Gill?
Yes, with Vince Gill.
So you could kind of get two for the price of one there. You
Exactly.
could get Vinny to do a couple of his songs.
It's not that I'm trying to save money at this point if I were to win a Mega Million type thing, because it is in the billions. But, I mean, hey, 2 for 1, bang for your buck.
Yeah. No, I like that. So we'll get to your answers as we go throughout the program today. Live at Bridgestone Arena, Predators and Vegas Golden Knights. It's the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3, the game live at Bridgestone Arena. Predators in action against the Vegas Golden Knights this evening. We say hello to Hal Gill, presented by Duncan. He joins us now. Skillsy, what's up? How are you?
Doing great. Just excited. This is going to be a good game tonight. So I'm on the way to the rink and getting fired up about it already.
I know it's probably already been happening, but I just want to prepare you for the most overused phrase that all of us are going to use from here to the regular season. Hey, tonight's going to feel like a playoff game. Because that's
4-point game. 4-point game.
4-point game for sure. Let's start with Saturday. It truly did feel like a playoff game, even though you got two teams in different conferences. I mean, those Red Wings Preds rivalry games from back in the day, it felt like an old school type game between these two teams, and the Predators get it 1-0. Philip Forsberg drops the mitts, which he never does, and then he scores the clutch game winner. What does that do for a team, when you just have a tough, gritty game like that and you come out with the win?
Well, I think throughout this whole point streak that they've been on, there's been times where you're like, okay, they just don't have it tonight. And, and they still get points, and they still win. More often than not, they're winning those games. And so I think if I was in that locker room, if I was on that bench, if I was on the ice with these guys, you get that feeling of invincibility, like, hey, it doesn't matter. We're going to win this game. And that's gold. That's being in the zone. That's like everything around you is calm. And I think they have that right now. Now the challenge is keeping that and proving it over and over again. But I think, there's players on that bench and on the ice and in that locker room that have been there and know what that's like. McDonough, O'Reilly, certainly Roman Josi, like these guys, there's a calmness that they don't get rattled by a bad shift or a bad period. They okay, guys, we're better than that. Let's go out and do it. And in the end, and I think they proved it, that they're a good defensive team. I think that was the question in my mind going into the season is, yeah, Bruno's got this awesome fast style, but are they going to be able to defend? And that's a challenge. Everyone wants to score a ton of goals and play fast and puck possession and all the buzzwords, but at some point you're going to have to defend. And certainly when you talk about playoff time and playoff games, like it felt like on Saturday, I feel like they proved and continue to keep proving that they're a good all-around team and could be a good playoff team.
We talk about secondary scoring, and that was something that they struggled with at points during the year. Now you've had different guys that are stepping up and contributing up and down the lineup, whether it's McCarron or Evangelista or whoever. But you saw Forsberg come through in a clutch time. How important is it, even though you're getting that secondary scoring, that the guys like Forsberg and Josi and O'Reilly continue to play at that superstar level?
Yeah, it's not just the superstar level that they're playing with. They're playing, when they need to, they're playing a fourth line level. And what I mean by that is they're getting gritty goals. I was looking at Forsberg's goals. There's a lot on the net that are not. I hate to say they're not superstar, because if you're truly a superstar, you get goals everywhere. But he's got some gritty goals, and that was a relentless shift that they had, and they kept going at it, and they hacked and whacked and found a way. I mean, the finish was a beautiful finish. He goes up under the bar. That's a skill play, but the setup and the play all around it was that of a fourth line effort. And so I think when you see that, when you combine the fight with, he's scrapping with Mo Seider, who's a big dude. I know he's not a fighter, but he's a big, strong kid. And, Phil is getting angry. I think that goes up and down the lineup. Everyone sees that, and everyone, you want to emulate your stars. And right now the stars are playing the right way, and they're getting results for it. So I think that's something to be said. And it's not easy to do that. Like, Phil is having a great season. He could easily just kind of, all right, hey, I'm having a good year. Like, okay, I'm just, try and shoot from the outside and see if these go in, but he's not doing that. He's in there with Nyquist, and he's in there with O'Reilly, and they're grinding and digging it out.
Talking with Hal Gill, Predators in action tonight against Vegas. Now, shifting our focus to this one, Vegas is, chasing the Predators. They're 3 points behind them. They're in the second wild card spot. They got a 5-point cushion on St. Louis. But while the Predators are trying to get into that third spot, 5 points back of Winnipeg, how do you approach this, knowing that, hey, it's going to have that playoff type feel. Vegas is chasing you, but you can't get too conservative and try and protect that point lead, right? What is kind of the approach going into tonight?
Well, I think there's a lot of distractions around the Preds. When you go on a point streak like this, you're looking at 17 games where you haven't had a hiccup, and maybe there's some pressure to keep going and do it for that reason. So maybe you think you squeeze the sticks and kind of maybe don't play your game, just try to protect that, point streak. Well, I don't think that these guys have that, and they haven't showed that throughout the streak. I think and I think there's certain games, maybe Detroit would have been one of those where you go, okay, we got to protect the streak. And I think they battled through that one. I think this game is different. Vegas is the creme de la creme. Everyone's looking at them as a playoff team, a cup hopeful. They have the pedigree. They have the guys that have done it before, and now they're so hard to play against in a playoff game that I think that Vegas is looking at it. If we get to the playoffs, we know what to do, and I think that for me, if I'm in that locker room, I'm going, this is a big one, boys. We got to prove ourselves. We got to play a playoff style game against a playoff team. And it's going to be a battle. And I think of all the games, we keep saying it, it's a big one. It's a playoff game, like you said, it's a 4-point game. But I think it's a chance for these guys to prove themselves, which is really what they're looking for, is some respect. They've earned a lot of respect throughout the streak, but I think tonight is a whole nother level of respect. This is the whole NHL going on. Geez, no one wants to play the Preds right now going in the playoffs.
Well, look, I mean, your buddy and former teammate PK Subban said it. I mean, he posted on social media last week.
If PK said it, it must be true.
Exactly. I mean, I thought that was really well done by him, and also great timing, because I do think they're flying under the radar a little bit right now, which in some ways I think they like. I think there's a little bit of that, hey, watch this mentality. We've seen it before in sports. But now, do you think that the rest of the NHL is starting to notice this team that wears gold?
Yeah, I think they have to. And I think that we go around and play these teams, and, we talk to their people and that we're teams that we're playing against. And, after every first period, they look around and go, wow, this team, like, man, they don't let you breathe. They suffocate you. And I think just by the way they play and the pace that they play and the hardness that they play with, I think you get everyone's attention. So I think they've gotten everyone's attention already. It's just, everyone's waiting for the bubble to burst. And, I think a lot of teams are saying, well, maybe this isn't a bubble. Maybe this is for real. Maybe this is a team that is bought in and knows how to play the right way. And who's to say they're not going to play this way the whole way down the stretch?
All right, Hal, I will ask you our question of the day. The Mega Millions is at $1.1 billion tonight. If you were to win that and you throw a big party, what band or comedian or group or artist or whatever would you get to play your party?
Oh, boy, that's a tough one.
And you've been to Stanley Cup parties at Mario Lemieux's house. So, I mean, that might be tough to top there.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's tough because I don't know if $1 billion would I still be cheap. I don't know. I don't know if I'd still be. You don't know what's going to happen. Like if you said like $1 million is like, okay, I'll do this and that, but like $1 billion is almost too far out of reach, right? I mean,
yeah.
It's like you have no idea what kind of person you'll become. And so I would say I'd blow the doors off it, but like I still think I'd be like, hey, get Dirks Bentley and get the boys together and have a good hockey party, like that kind of, like I think Dirks would appreciate that, right?
Oh, Dirks would be fantastic.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I'd want to have my friends there, and if I have to have entertainment while I'm doing it, I think that's the way I would go.
I think that's a fantastic answer. I like that. That'd be a good one. I look forward to the invite when that happens. So,
Yeah, we'll blow out the rooftop at Martin's Barbecue when I get my $1 billion.
there you go. Skillsy, appreciate it as always. We'll see you tonight.
All right, sounds good. It's going to be a good one. Enjoy.
Yeah, no doubt. Hal Gill, he will be on TV doing the intermissions and the pre and the post with Lindsey Rowley for Bally's, and also does some stuff with us on radio as well. Predators and Golden Knights. Max Hers has pregame at 6. The puck drop just after 7 here on 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Big Joe is here. He'll join the fray. It's the Chasing Big Joe show live at Bridgestone Arena, presented by Regal Realty Group, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. We're live today at Bridgestone Arena. Big Joe is here. He's okay.
Buddy. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just slow down, Nash. I don't know why people speed when it's raining. Also, please use your turn signals.
For the love of God, use your turn signal.
That's it. It's very, very easy to do. Just left, right, put turn signals on. So, all right, we're all good. So it could be worse. Blessed that I'm here. I'm like Pitbull. But I've been blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
All right.
So our question of the day, we got a lot of responses on the text line.
Yeah.
Reset it for us.
So tonight, Mega Millions is 1.1 billion, right? 1.1 billion. So people are like, well, I win. I'm going to be anonymous. You're not going to be anonymous because you can't. You run your mouth. We all run our mouth. You have a big party. So if you have this party, you got this money, unlimited budget, what band/comedian do you hire to play your party? You can do both, right? So you said Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I said just hire NSYNC. Just bring all the boys back. Here, Chris Kirkpatrick lives in Brentwood.
Yeah.
Right?
You could.
So
you
bring
could definitely
him.
do that.
Yeah, so you do that. Mine is I'm going to hire the Coral Reefer Band. I'm going to hire Mac McAnally. And then we all have a big karaoke night, and have a good time there. Comedian-wise, I'm hiring Sebastian Maniscalco. That is the funniest man in America. Has been for years. I'm hiring Sebastian Maniscalco. There you go.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. All right. Let's go to our text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. Get some of these. Michael and Madison says, I'm hiring Creed and inviting Joe Roxroad. That's a good one. That reminds me, I need to put that
Yes.
that sweep together. Cody in Portland, Shane Gillis, and Foo Fighters.
Oh, well, Shane Gillis looks a lot like Joe Rexroad, so you could
Yeah.
have a Joe Rexroad doppelganger.
Benjamin says Dave Chappelle and Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
That would actually be really good.
Could you imagine that?
Skeeter from Spring Hill, another one for Creed, just upset Rexroad, but probably Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars would be a good
That'd be a
one.
really good one, yeah.
Hal Gill said he'd make it a hockey party in Dierks Bentley.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't say Nickelback.
Yeah, no, because they're Canadians.
Yeah, right. Most of those hockey players. And I got Nickelback's fine for me. That's good. But that would be a good one.
Justin and Greenbrier. For me, Tim Hawkins, comedian, and Skillet for my rock group.
Okay.
It's a random one. I like that.
That is. Yeah. We love the random ones are great.
3946 says T-Pain, the rock band version.
Yeah. I've been watching his Instagram. He's
Yeah,
killing it.
no,
man.
he's awesome. 1652, Metallica, easy, small venue, full volume, full set, 2+ hours, make me deaf.
Oh, that would be simply fantastic.
Okay, that's a good one. Like, if I'm getting one of these older bands,
Right?
I would be like, look, I want you to come play a set, but I'd pick my favorite album and be like, I want you to play the album. So, like, for Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I'd want them to
Okay.
play Ride the Lightning.
Like when the Who came here and played Quadrophenia.
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay. Def Leppard, Pyromania.
When I saw the Eagles, they played Hotel California,
Oh, my goodness.
and it was fantastic.
Dr. Crane is going to hire the Eagles and Vince
Yeah.
Gill.
Yeah.
Well done.
4405, if it will load, says Metallica. 8970, Riley Green.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Country
new
guy.
country guy, yeah.
Now, this could be the answer so far.
Okay.
4163 says, I would hire Taylor Swift so I could do shots with the Kelsey brothers.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Have you seen the Instagram picture of her yelling at him, allegedly?
No,
Oh, it's
no.
great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So is that a caption contest?
it was. And so our friend Austin Huff had a great one because there's that one of Kelsey screaming at Andy Reid.
Yeah.
And there's now this one of her screaming at him, allegedly. And he's like, how the tables have turned.
Hair Metal Henry said, if I win the lotto, I'm paying Jason and the Scorchers to open for Guns N' Roses.
Oh, that'd be really, really good.
Austin, it's going to be Jack Black and Jack White in a Battle of the Bands concert. I'll call it the Great American.
Nope.
Mine.
Dude, we're good. Oh, I know where you're going on that one. Fine.
Winner gets a championship belt. I had to stop myself.
Woo-hoo.
Matt says the Rolling Stones.
I mean, hold on there for a second. Could you imagine if you do win and you contact the Rolling Stones and you're not a venue here in Nashville and they agree,
Yeah.
and the Rolling at what point do you pinch yourself
They'd
or-
probably do it now. You wouldn't have to supply them with like cocaine and all that stuff
Right,
anymore.
yeah, I mean, he's what, 107?
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine? I mean, what world would you be living in? Somebody's going to win.
Yeah.
Might as well be one of you guys.
Scott says shop local. Musician, Jelly Roll, comedian Nate Bargatze.
Perfect. How do you go wrong with that?
No, that's not bad. Chris says on turn signals, the original instant messenger.
Yes, thank you for that.
He also says my party will be the house across the street from a cemetery, and I would have the Grateful Dead play. See what I did there, Joe?
Who was that?
That was Chris.
Nice job. We'll buy that house in Key West across the cemetery.
1545 says Shinedown.
Yeah, okay.
Very good one. 6809 says Dave Chappelle and Jeannie Seeley.
Oh, Jeannie, Bruce, if you would have added Jeannie Seeley and Snoop Dogg to that, that would have been even better.
Caleb and Mount Juliet, Cypress Hill and Nate Bargatze.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
I would need Cypress Hill to reenact their scene from The Simpsons.
Yeah, by the way, no drug testing at these parties either.
Sylvia in Clarksville, Garth Brooks and Jimmy Fallon.
That'd be good.
That'd be a
Let's
good
go
one.
down the street and get Garth. Jimmy's here quite a bit with his buddy Nate Bargatze.
Stephanie says U2. Mike said, if I win, there's 3 groups from Texas I'm bringing in for a show. Back in Black, an AC/DC tribute band. Def Legend, a Def Leppard tribute band.
Def Legend.
Texas Flood, a Stevie Ray Vaughan band. Well, you could just get AC/DC and Def Leppard.
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, you could do that. Optimistic Joe. Also, George Strait. Or says George Strait is my concert.
He would do. I mean, again, you got 1.1 billion. I know after cash option, blah blah whatever, you end up like $500 million, but still.
Ben, Matt Rife, and Shinedown.
Matt Rife. You know who Matt Rife is?
No.
He's a comedian that does a lot of the crowd work, like you said. He
Oh,
likes-
yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Gina Spring Hill, Def Leppard. That's a good one. Kevin Hart, Eminem, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg.
From the Super Bowl.
Yeah. David Gilmour and Ron White. Ron White would be awesome.
Oh, my
I love
goodness.
Ron White. Is he sober now?
I don't know, but his hair's long and he looks badass. His
Yeah.
hair's long and gray and everything, and he gives zero.
Oh.
You know what?
I was listening. I was listening to an old bit of his, and he was talking about. He always talks about his different wives, and
Right.
he had gotten a divorce because he cheated on his wife, and he was like, "Look, I'm a pretty good dog if you pet me every now and then, but if you don't, it's hard to keep me under the porch." I just lost it.
Oh.
Laughing at that. Rick Astley playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" on repeat.
I mean, it's your money. Yeah, why not?
Weston Hermitage, for my music segment, I would have to call Wiz Khalifa and Lil Wayne for reasons I can't speak of. And for my comedian, I would have to get Adam Sandler for a reason everybody understands. What a night that would be, filled with smoke and laughter. Oh, man, I need to play the lottery. Adam Sandler would be a good one.
He would. He played here. It was packed house, too,
Right.
man.
Right. Let's see. Josh from Lebanon, I would have the Foo Fighters and see if Dave would smoke barbecue as well.
He would
Does
do
he
that.
does he do smoke barbecue?
He smoked. There's a guy in Hendersonville that he works with all the time that they'll travel and they'll do barbecue together.
Kenneth Coleman, Ron White, and Kid Rock.
That's a good one. Oh, my goodness.
Amy in Arkansas, another one for Foo Fighters. Jack says Cat Williams and Daft Punk.
Cat Williams would be fantastic. Does Daft Punk play live?
I don't think so.
Do we-
So if I'm going to go comedian,
Yeah.
I'm going Eddie Murphy.
Do that.
And he could do Party All the Time.
And you do Party All the Time. That would be Dr. Crane. That's a song coming back. The Party All the Time.
You got it.
I got a list of money songs for us.
Joey from Fairview, I would invite Rex Road and surprise him with Creed. Lots of Creed and Joe Rocks Road.
That's I mean, that is simply. You know what makes that so funny is that is organic.
Yeah. Oh,
that,
yeah.
That was not planned,
Nope.
and it happened. And Scott Stapp calls.
That was fantastic.
And I was mad because why did I never come up with Joe Rocks Road?
I know.
That's the best name ever.
Mo says pre-Rihanna Chris Brown.
What's
Okay.
pre-Rihanna?
I don't know.
She's always been good.
Yeah.
Was she
Well, I
better
guess-
pre?
There was something with her and Chris Brown, I guess.
Okay.
I
The
don't
former Titans running back?
Yes.
Weird.
0989. Ron White looks like Kenny Rogers now.
Kind of does.
Jeff would have Springsteen play across from PK's house, but not invite PK.
Oh, man.
Ty just says he'd go to Vegas with Taylor Lewan, Will Compton, and Burt Kreischer.
Okay. Why would you do that, man? You get money. You can see those guys anytime. Bring somebody in.
And Byron says Bill Burr and Five Finger Death Punch.
You know
All the
what?
hate in one place.
Bill Burr was number 2 on my list. That guy is. He'll be here at Bridgestone here in May.
Yeah.
And Burt Kreischer's come to F&M Bank Arena.
Yeah, he was just here, and then he's going to F&M Bank,
Yeah.
which is cool. Joey in Bellevue says John C. Riley and Will Ferrell. So a little shake and bake.
They could do they could do Step Brothers.
7802 says I would get Jared and Paul to box.
You pay him $1 million, they'd do it. But
Look,
you
if
gotta-
I will say this: if I won the $1.1 billion tonight, people are like, "Would you quit your job?" No, I wouldn't. I mean, I would keep.
I
doing,
love this job.
Yeah, I would keep doing what I'm doing. I might change a few things. There'd be some signs for sure. Like I would have Jared be my driver. I'd just be like, Jared, entertain me, drive me to work every day.
But if you'd pay him $250,000,
Yeah, he'd do it. He'd be fine.
I
just let him talk.
I would
put
not-
a camera on him and let him talk.
I would not. I'd still do the show with you, except I would do it from Key West.
Well, we could, if you won or I won or whatever,
Yeah.
like we could build the other one a studio somewhere.
Yeah, Key
Yeah.
West. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
That'd be great. Keep those coming. 615-737-1025. If you won the Mega Millions, $1.1 billion tonight, what comedian, musical act would you have play at your party? The answers are fantastic. Coming up next, there are some new rules in the National Football League that the owners have approved. We'll talk about some of those here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, presented by Regal Realty Group, 102.5, 106.3 The Game.
What's up? This is Scott Stapp from Creed, and you're listening to Robbie and Rocks Road on 102.5 The Game.
Chasing Big Joe live today, Bridgestone Arena, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Party all the time, Eddie Murphy's.
That's what we're doing when Chaser wins.
What was this, 1980?
85. Yep, and there's a great news story about Rick James living in Buffalo. And Eddie Murphy flew into Buffalo, and they got snowed in for a week. And the guy said, they got snowed in, and somebody said, yeah, more ways than one.
I believe it.
Like, oh, yeah.
There you go. The NFL, they've approved some new rules at the owners' meetings.
Let's have
They have not touched the buffets, so don't worry about that in the media room. So we're good there. No, they moved the trade deadline to week 9. It was week 8.
Wow, they're just doing that to do something.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. The big one is, obviously yesterday we knew that they've banned the hip drop tackle, but they've also changed the kickoff rule.
Oh.
The owners have approved a new NFL hybrid kickoff rule. They basically are trying to give it a meaning again, because remember when they changed it before, kickoffs are meaningless now.
Right, because they're so afraid of the violent contact running down the field because, my God, we're playing football, right?
Yeah. The move, this is from NFL.com, the move will dramatically alter the look and the feel of the kickoff, a play that had become an afterthought. The past kickoff rule features new alignments for both the kicking and receiving units. A landing zone, the area between the receiving team's goal line and the 20-yard line, would prompt action off the kickoff if the ball were to land in that sector. Kickoffs will remain at the 35-yard line, but the remaining 10 players on the kicking unit will line up on the opposing team's 40-yard line. The receiving team lines up at least 7 players in the setup zone, a 5-yard area between their own 35 and the 30-yard lines, with a maximum of 2 returners. They can line up in the landing zone.
What?
Oh, it gets better. After the ball is kicked, the kicker cannot cross the 50-yard line, and the 10 kicking team players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or a player in the landing zone or goes into the end zone. The receiving team's players in the setup zone also cannot move until the kick has hit the ground or a player in the landing zone or the end zone. The returners may move at any time before the kickoff.
Jeez, Louis, that is awful.
I have no idea what any of that means.
That's like, we're talking about comedians. It's like if Dave Chappelle went and spoke to the owners and said, hey, here's the kickoff honor proposed, having fun and laughing about it. And they're like, oh, that's not a bad idea. That's awful.
Don't forget about onside kicks, by the way. I remember watching this past weekend on ESPN SportsCenter. Jeff Darlington was narrating this, video of the new kickoff method. They have to basically tell the referees that they are doing an onside kick. It cannot be no surprise anymore.
Jeez.
So heads up.
there's not okay.
Terrible.
I know teams have been presenting this, and it keeps getting turned down in the NFL. For an onside kick, just make it like a 4th and 20. Like, I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
From the 35 or wherever, just treat it like a 4th down and 20.
So with that rule, do you have to tell the refs or do you have to tell everybody it's an onside kick?
If you tell the ref, I think it's the ref. Like,
Yeah.
If you just tell the ref, you don't have to tell the other team, but they're
Because
going to see the alignment.
Because now they've adapted it where you can't overload one. Before you could put 9 guys on the left side and keep 1 guy back. Now, because the rule committee was so stupid that you can't put more, you can't overload the side. But with that, if that rule was in, if you have to tell Dr. Crane, do we have to tell both teams or just the ref?
So if you tell the referee, I believe the referee tells the receiving team, because like you were talking about overloading one side, they only allow you to put 6 people on one side of the ball and 4 on the opposite side. So that's the rule there.
So with that being said, the Super Bowl that the Saints won when beat the Colts,
they can't do that anymore.
That play and that turned the game around for the Saints. That play's not allowed anymore.
Well, and it wasn't before. I mean, it hasn't been the last few years because you can't move. You can't move till the ball is snapped or kicked.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying you can't. That play, even if it tried again this year, I mean, you still, if you're surprised at the start of the second half, you can't do it. It's just, but the kickoff,
Benjamin just said it's basically the XFL kickoff rule if you're curious of how it looks. I guess we need to look at a kickoff from the XFL.
I think I know football pretty well, and I'm trying to visualize what you were talking about, and my mind wandered and my eyes went cross-eyed.
Here are some scenarios. Kickoffs that hit in the landing zone must be returned.
What's the landing
The
zone?
landing zone is between the goal line and the 20. So where the player would be lined up to catch it,
Okay.
unless it goes into the end zone. I mean, you can touch back like normal.
Right.
But basically they're saying that the returners, you get 2 returners, will be between the 20 and the goal line.
Okay.
And if the ball lands anywhere in that zone, it's got to be returned.
Okay. So balls don't just land there. So you got
Yeah.
they're going to catch it.
Right.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now,
So
now, I
I got that.
guess if it lands and bounces into the end zone, it's still a
Now,
touchback.
where are the other 9 guys lined up? Can they not go past the 20? That'd be 20 and up? I am so confused.
So-
I blame you, Amy Adams.
The landing zone that you all are talking about between the 20 and the goal line, if the ball lands in there and I guess the returner says like a fair catch in that area, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe they get it at the 30-yard line. or
Kickoffs that hit
35?
the landing zone and then go into the end zone must be returned or downed by the receiving team. If downed, the receiving team would get the ball at its own 20-yard line.
20-yard line. Okay. And then the touchback, they get it at the 35.
Kickoffs that go into the end zone and stay inbounds that are down would give the receiving team the ball at their own 30-yard line. Kickoffs that go out of the back of the end zone in the air or bounces would be a touchback at the receiving team's 30.
Why don't we just do this? Because what they're trying to do is if you kick the ball in the end zone, then they get 35 yards. So telling the kickers not to kick the ball in the end zone. Why not kick off from the 25? Just
Yeah.
do that. Because the odds of them kicking the end zone from 75 yards are not that great. All right, 1 or 2 might make it there. This is just all hodgepodge BS. What nonsense for all this. Just complete nonsense. These owners got nothing better to do. And the owners aren't proposing this. They've got a guy or a girl who's going to say, hey, do this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Real quick, kickoff short of the landing zone would be treated like a kickoff out of bounds, and the receiving team would get the ball at the 40. So you could get the ball at the 20, the 30, or the 40.
Yeah. It just depends on what rule we're going to do.
The legislation will also tweak onside kicks, which can only occur in the fourth quarter and onward when a team trails. The kicking team must declare its intent to onside kick.
What are we doing here? What are we doing? This is just so awful.
The new rule is only for 2024 and is subject to renewal in 2025.
I don't.
They're going to tweak this again. Like, you know what? At this point, why even kick off?
Yeah, right?
You
Just
know?
go ahead and just down it.
Why even kick off?
I just don't. I don't know. I just. Why? Why are you doing this to the game? Well, just let it play. Kick it back to the 25. You're trying to alleviate for so many years, alleviate the downfield violent collisions. It's football. That's what they do. As my coach said, kissing your girlfriend is a contact sport, right? Football is a violent sport, and we know this, and they know it going in. Hell, what's the great NFL films thing when you see these guys running down the field? I mean, I know, kickoff return for a touchdown is. I'll never forget when Mark Mariani ran a kickoff back, I think, in 2010 season, and it just opened up. And it was on the field at Nissan Stadium, and the crowd went bananas.
Yeah.
I mean, those are great moments in football. They don't happen a lot, but when they do happen, we love it. Stop screwing the game up. That's what they're doing. Not mad at you for reading it.
Well, I'm sorry.
I've been in a wreck. They're ruining football.
I know, man. You've had a rough morning. But I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you, pal.
I'm glad you're here. Teron Davenport, we'll get his thoughts. He's going to join us at 10:30. But we have more coming in. Hour number 2, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Hour number 2, chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3, The Game here on this Tuesday at Bridgestone Arena. Predators in action tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. I think we've hit a nerve with people. Sean Henry just came through here and was like, we read these rules, this new kickoff rule, and we're all sitting here going like, what the hell is this? You know?
It's so, just leave things alone. I don't know why you have to move things around. You know, you're so worried about protecting the players and the collisions down. It's football.
Right.
That's what they do.
Okay, Ron says, geez, just let them both, and you can weigh in. You can call or text 615-737-1025, our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHonda.com. Geez, just let them both start at the 50-yard line. Horrible. Now, I don't know if I do the 50, but.
Right, here you go. Go.
1652 says, officiating has been such an eyesore for the NFL for the last couple of years, so naturally they make it more complicated with these rules and bans on certain tackles.
Yep. The hip drop tackle, I get it. I get it because the injuries that have been pretty bad because of that. But at the same, now you got this.
That's going to be it's going to take a while to get that out.
Oh yeah. Remember the thing with the dreads, how you couldn't tackle, then became, well, that's part of the uniform you can tackle. And
yeah. Guys get dreads pulled out.
Yeah. They dreaded that.
Yeah. Ben says squib kicks will be very entertaining.
Squib kicks are the worst thing in football.
Yeah.
Just kick it down the field. Don't squib it.
He also says, I think returns are going to be more common, hopefully producing touchdowns again.
Yep.
Maybe. I mean, I think that's what they're going for. 7008, maybe they need to go back to old college football rule where the team that's trailing always is the receiving team on kickoff.
When was that? That was at some point.
What now?
If a team is behind, like in the fourth quarter, they score, they keep getting the ball, do you stop them? It's like pinochle in basketball.
Yeah.
You make it. You know what pinochle is?
No.
All right. So you play basketball, right? Play pinochle, and so instead of if we're playing you one-on-one in the backyard, I keep making shots. I get the ball back. It's pinochle.
Oh, you just keep getting in.
Yeah. So you stop me. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what the NRL Rugby League does. You score a try, you get the ball back.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Until you stop me, you got to stop me.
Yeah.
That's
Some
on you,
teams
not
score
me.
30 unanswered points, and they're down 30-0 at halftime.
All right. That's it.
Benjamin says, I have to respectfully disagree, Joe. The rule change encourages returns. The kickoffs last season was basically a ceremonial play, so I think a change helps increase the amount of returns. I do agree with you, though, that it is soft and takes away from the violence.
No, I agree that they ever went to that. They should have always left it kickoff at the 30, and then whatever happens, happens. Now it's all this nonsense. And look, if I get the ball 8 yards deep, I'm telling my guy, run it out. You have a chance to run it out, run the ball out, don't take it to the 25-yard line. I never liked them going from the old school to what they do now and now to this nonsense. Just kick the ball off and let them run down the field.
This is interesting. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Make it, take it.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Make it, take it.
Make it, take it.
I called it pinochle.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying make it, take it. Okay, I remember that now. 9777 says they're slowly making football uninteresting.
They're trying to do the best they can.
I mean, are we going to be at basically flag football here in the next few
There's some
years?
NFL players who tweeted it out yesterday, like with the rule that banning the hip drop tackle of, flag football is coming down the pike. I mean, and more, I tell you, more and more kids are playing flag football than youth football if you go around these parks and see.
So our buddy, well, you're about to see, our buddy Ricky just shared this with us.
That surveillance video?
Yeah, that's Vince Young, former Titans quarterback.
What's he doing?
Former NFL quarterback Vince Young was sucker punched in a bar fight and appeared to be knocked unconscious in a video obtained by TMZ. So apparently there's some sort of argument here. Vince was just standing
Probably
there.
about the kickoff rule.
Yeah, maybe.
The hip drop tackle.
So Vince is
Goodness.
evading the defense. Looks like he got a beer or something.
It's probably invading Jeff Fisher right there. Then going on.
Where's his pads?
Remember when, what was the game, and sorry to deviate from this, what was the game, it was the Steelers game in the 2010 season where Vince did not go to practice. I thought, correct on this, God, I wish Jim Wyatt was here. Vince did not go to practice because he took Steve McNair's kids to school. They had like a lunch or a breakfast, but Vince Young told no one.
He got cold cocked.
Oh, if you're in a bar fight and the dude takes his shirt off, just leave. That guy's got his shirt off. Anyway, Vince didn't go to practice, and he missed it. Fisher benched him for the game in 2010, and that was a big explosion. I mean, it was just from that. Well, I wasn't good anyway from the beginning, but that happened. But anyway, if you're in a bar fight and a guy takes his shirt off, say, I'm good. You win. I'm out. Is that dude's shirt off?
I don't know.
I think it was. So, just take care of yourself.
I mean, Vince went down. He went down like a bag of potatoes. I don't. What? I don't know. This is the best I could come up with.
Oh, there you go. So,
So the kickoff rule. Yeah. Back to that.
Yeah, that too as well. But we also got our question of the day people weighing in on. Mega Millions tonight's $1.1 billion. If you win Mega Millions tonight, you're going to throw a party, and cost is nothing. What band / comedian or both do you hire for your party? And we got some great. Def Leppard's got a lot of love.
I mean, Def Leppard would be a good show.
You said
Justin Timberlake, and you added just NSYNC. I mean, I could probably just afford
half
them all.
those guys need money, right?
Yeah.
Like Lance Bass. And
Yeah.
Can you name all of NSYNC?
No.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake, Lance Bass, AJ.
No, that's
No,
Backstreet Boys, you ass.
Sorry, I don't know. No,
Justin
just
Timberlake. Keep going. You're gonna get all five.
Lance
there.
Bass.
Lance Bass.
Joey
Fatone.
Fatone. Okay. That's all I know.
Got one guy who lives in Brentwood. I think he's like Neil Lauren's neighbor. Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And one more, a handsome guy.
Joe Dubin?
No, he's in his own band.
I don't know.
J.C. Chazé.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Can
them
you
all.
name the Backstreet Boys?
No.
AJ.
And there were Brian.
Brian. There's a Kevin. There's a Nick Carter, and there's one more.
I don't know. The text line's gonna blow up.
Can you name New Kids on the Block? Sure you can.
No.
Can you not?
They were kind of before me.
Okay. Donnie,
Donnie.
Jordan, Jonathan, Joey McIntyre, and I'm leaving one more. Danny! I got all five.
Yeah.
How sad is that? I can name all 5 New Kids on the Block, but yet I can't name my cousins.
Name your boy bands here on the Chase and Big Joe show.
Anyway, so the question is in our text line, you guys have been fantastic once again, or call us 615-737-1025. Who do you hire? Who do you hire to come play your party? And we had one earlier. Was it Snoop Dogg and Dave Chappelle? That's pretty fantastic. Chaser said NSYNC. I'm hiring the Coral Reefer Band and Mac McAnally. We're going to have a big Caribbean theme, Buffett night, all kind of things like that. So that's what
I mean, you could just put on a, like, if money's no object, and get the Coral Reefers and then hire, like, some of Buffett's friends to come in and sing the songs and
Mac
do just a
McAnally.
Buffett trip. Well,
There you go.
Well, you get
Kenny
like an Alan
Chesney.
Jackson, Kenny Chesney, Zach Brown.
Yeah.
You know,
Might as well. They'll do it.
other people that he's done songs with, and just do a Buffett tribute concert down in Key West.
So we
To
should
Captain Tony's.
Here's $100,000, Zach Brown. Come do this. I'll do it. Money is no object at all.
Andrew from Dover says, I would get Led Zeppelin to reunite one more time with the drummer's son, like they did at the O2 Arena.
But remember, they wouldn't. Richard Branson tried to give them $1 billion to do that, to go on tour.
Yeah.
And Robert Plant said no because it's not the original Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And nixed it.
They did one show with Jason Bonham,
Right.
John Bonham's son, who's I've seen. He plays drums for Sammy Hagar. He's fantastic.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, he can play pretty much everything his dad did, note for note.
$1
which is
billion.
awesome. Right.
So, real quick story. I ran into Robert Plant at Battered and Fried in East Nashville like 15 years ago, and I didn't know who it was. And somebody was like, that's Robert Plant. I'm like, no, it's not. What's he doing at Battered and Fried? It was Robert Plant. Super guy. Fantastic. Could not have been any nicer. Kind of like you. Man of the people.
That's what
Big
I am.
humble.
All right. I have a little surprise for people.
Okay.
And we're going to get creative in how we're going to do this. The office of the suit has been notified that we have some Preds tickets to give away for tonight's game. So
Okay.
we're going to give those away here in just a few minutes, but we're going to make people work for it. We're going to get together during the break and figure out.
I
how
got
we're
a
gonna
good
do it.
idea, and I'll tell you another
Okay,
break.
we'll do that. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3 The Game.
Hey friends, Big Joe here. Listen, my time to tell you about just the great company, Medical House Calls here. It is Middle Tennessee's best health care in the comfort of your own home. Yes, Medical House Calls, the website, medicalhousecalls.com, where the nearest clinic is your home. Look, no more heading to an urgent care. No more getting up on a rainy day, driving across town, sitting in traffic, and then waiting in a waiting room forever. Board-certified nurse practitioners and physician's assistants, they come to you. And look, just don't take my word. Go to the website, read the numerous, fantastic reviews that Medical House Calls has gotten. It truly is a game changer. As we tell you, Chuck McDowell was a client. He loved the service, their commitment, and their care so much, he bought the company. And for years, I had to leave work early to check on my mom when she was sick. Now you can have Medical House Calls check in on your loved ones to make sure everything and everyone is okay. They are simply fantastic. Visit the website today, medicalhousecalls.com. That's medicalhousecalls.com, where the nearest clinic is your home.
Chase and Big Joe, 1025, 1063, the game on this Tuesday.
Take it, Chase. Here we go. For Mega Millions, here it is, buddy, right here.
Daddy's money.
Yeah.
Great song. Ricochet.
That's right, buddy. Daddy's money. We're talking Mega Millions, Mega Billions, whatever it is.
Mega Millions.
Mega Millions.
Actually, it's Mega Billions now. You're right.
Yeah, Mega Millions.
Good points. I don't know, Jim. 615-737-1025. Our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. All right, we're going to give away in just a few minutes 2 pairs of tickets to tonight's game between the Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights.
Nice.
If you want to see the hottest team in hockey, and Vegas. You can come here tonight. The Nashville Predators 17-game point streak, but you got to be listening. We're going to give you how you're going to do this in just a second. We've come up with our plan, right?
Yeah.
So we should probably actually load up the lines now. Load them up, 615-737-1025. We're not going to tell you until you get on the air how you're going to do this, but you have to earn these tickets. We'll have 2 winners, 615-737-1025. So call in, and the first 6 callers that get lined up for Dr. Crane will have a chance to win.
Good. 17. I mean, it's hard to fathom that. So what are they? What's the record overall?
They're 15-0-2 in their last 17.
15-0-2. That's like Madden numbers if Tecmo Bowl, if you're playing Bo Jackson versus, I don't know, Tampa Bay back in the day. I mean, that's the run you go on. 15-0-2.
Yeah.
That's 32 points they've gotten in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah. It's been remarkable. They're at 88 points now in the first wild card spot. They're 5 back of the Winnipeg Jets, which is the 3rd wild card spot.
So break it down
crazy.
again. 2 from the Western Conference, 2 from the Central, right?
Wild cards?
No, the first 2 get the first.
The first 3. So the first 3 in each division automatically make the playoffs.
Okay.
So right now the top 3 in the Central are Colorado, Dallas, and Winnipeg.
Okay.
In the Pacific, Vancouver, Edmonton, Vegas,
All right.
or Los Angeles. The 2 wild cards are the Predators and Vegas.
Okay.
That play here tonight. So that's how you get your 8 teams.
So the seeding in the Western Conference would be 1 from that and 1 from the other, right? So it's not points, correct?
Well, it is points. I mean, so how it would work is like Vancouver right now is the top seed in the West with 98 points. They would play Vegas in the first round.
So the number 2 seed is the number 1 team in the Preds Conference.
In the other division.
Okay.
So Predators would play Colorado.
Okay.
Is how it would work.
All right.
And then the two and the 3 in each division play each other.
Okay. I did not know that.
So your first round would be Vegas and Vancouver,
Don't say it.
Colorado and Nashville,
Don't you say it.
Dallas and Winnipeg, Edmonton and Los Angeles.
And that's what? Don't you say it. Don't you dare say it. Don't you say it.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying right now that's how the matchup will be.
I'll take that. I'm proud of you. You didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm not doing.
Hey, how about them Nashville Predators? Ain't they something?
All right, are we ready to do this?
Yes.
We're ready to give away 2 pairs of tickets.
Yep. All right. So we're getting on the phone. We're going to play a song from a movie. You have 5 seconds to tell us what movie this is from. It's not difficult. This actually won an Oscar for Best Song. So you'll know exactly what it is. So take over, Chase. You got 5 seconds.
Caleb is up first. Caleb, are you ready to do this?
I think so. We'll see.
Okay. Dr. Crane, hit it.
Five seconds. Go. You're out of here, Caleb. Love you, man. Take care. Fire it up. Next. Who's this?
Kyle.
See you, Kyle.
You know,
Who's next?
all right. Let me get him on the phone first.
Oh, my bad.
Jerome.
Fire.
What's that?
St. Elmo's Fire?
No! Come on, man. No.
All right, let me get them up on the phone
Okay.
before you play it first. All right, Johnny. Johnny, what's up? Okay, he said no.
Johnny got nervous.
Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, here. Do you know the song? Play it.
Chariots of Fire, right?
There you go.
That's a winner. Good job.
Mike is a winner. All right, we'll put Mike on hold. Now, how are we going to get the
Second one away?
pair away?
Dr. Crane, play. I'll text you, Dr. Crane.
All right,
It's a song we played earlier, okay? And they got to tell us who it is. All right, I'm gonna
I
text you
swear
right
we
now.
plan things sometimes.
We
but,
do. This
you
is
know,
fun.
when we find out we're going to get tickets.
All right,
So-
hold on. I'm texting you right now, Dr. Crane. How you doing today, Chase? You good?
Good. I'm good. It's been a weird morning.
All right, it's coming through, Dr. Crane, right now.
Dr. Crane, you're doing a great job.
So who
Thank you.
won that last one? Was that
Mike.
Mike? Well done, Mike, on that one. Well done.
Okay.
So we'll do
Yeah,
another.
No,
same
I
thing.
like this.
So now you've got to name who sings this song. We played it earlier. If you're listening early, you're going to know the song. So, Dr. Crane, you good?
1 second, sir.
Okay, buddy. I know you're doing a lot back
He
there.
is doing a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Crane.
You're doing great.
Let's roll. Let's roll, gentlemen.
All right, Lauren. No, that's Mike. Lauren.
I have no clue.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren.
Yep.
All
615.
right, let me get them up and then play it.
Give me some time, gentlemen.
You're good.
Sorry.
You're good. Get some names. We're putting a lot on Dr. Crane
are.
right now.
We are.
I've done this job before, and I've
Right.
cussed
But-
the host like he's cussing us.
My heart breaks for St. Elmo's Fire. I thought they had it.
I know.
God, I thought they had it.
I know. Dr. Crane, let me help you out. Put them all on hold, and we'll just get their name on the air. We'll do this the old-fashioned way.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mark.
What's going on?
All right, let's see if you know this song. Play it, Dr. Crane.
All right.
All right. You know it?
No idea.
All right, thanks for playing. All right, line two. Line two. What's your name? Line two, what's your name?
Hey, it's Henry.
What was it?
It's Henry, boys. What's
All right.
up?
Oh, hey, Henry. Okay. All right. Do you know
I
the
didn't even
song?
hear the song you're playing. Play it again.
All right, play it again.
Eddie Murphy, my girl wants to party all the time.
There you go.
Finally got a winner.
Henry, my man.
Job, Henry.
Well
Yeah.
done. All right, you're going to the game tonight. So we have two winners. Dr. Crane, well done.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Well done. And it sounds like you have some help back there, which is probably a good.
It was a good day. The intern comes in.
That's
Yeah.
all right, though. Hey, man, organic, ad lib, improv stuff's the best. Great job, everybody.
Yes, great job. So you all will be coming to the game tonight to party all the time and see the Predators take on the Vegas Golden Knights.
Heart still breaking for St. Elmo's Fire. God, I heard fire.
I know. I thought it was two.
Chariots of Fire. There we go. Well done. Dr. Crane, you're the MVP, brother.
You are. Jay from
Appreciate it,
Clarksville. Jay from Clarksville said, if I win the lottery tonight, I'll invite Jim Gaffigan and Pearl Jam to perform in my backyard.
That'd be a hell of a party, man.
That would be.
Yes. Keep them coming. We'll
Might-
read some more.
Might need some drugs for that. I don't know.
Chaser on the
Sorry,
air. How
sorry.
dare you?
24970. Jamming to what? Jamming to FOB right now? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Is that a car fob?
Maybe.
You jamming to your fob? That's all right.
Yeah. Coming up next, we'll get back into the NFL and the owners' meetings and the Titans. Teron Davenport will join us from ESPN 102.5, 106.3 The Game. Big Joe, 102.5, 106.3, the game live today, Bridgestone Arena. Predators in action tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. But a lot going on in Orlando with the owners' meetings and with the Titans and everything. We say hello to Teron Davenport, ESPN NFL Nation Titans reporter who joins us now. TD, what's up?
Nothing much, man. What's up with you guys?
Well, you and I sat in the studio for 4 hours on Friday talking about, could L'Jarius Sneed come to the Titans? The more this is out there, it's not going away. Kind of makes you think it might happen. And what did Rand Carthon and the Titans do like 3 hours later? But the news came out that they were about to complete a trade to get his services. What do you think about L'Jarius Sneed coming to the Titans?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good move. And I think the way the Titans did it was the correct way to go about handling their business, and that is to sit and wait for the price to come into the range that you're willing to purchase. And that's exactly what they did. They had interest all along. It just initially wasn't at the cost that the Chiefs were asking for, and that's why the deal didn't happen. So I think it's a good move. You're bringing a guy who is capable of traveling all over the formation with whoever the opposing team's top receiver is. This is a guy that is very physical. His press coverage there is going to help that front get home when they need to do that. And then you look at just the fact that he didn't give up a touchdown last year during the regular season. And there's 4 corners who didn't do that. They had at least 400 snaps, and the Titans now have 2 of them. So there's a big turnaround there when you look at Roger McCreary in the nickel, and you got Chidobe Awuzie, who they signed, and now you got Sneed. I mean, this is a really good-looking secondary.
Well, and also, and you kind of alluded to it there, but you got 3 guys that are in the positions that they're supposed to be in, and you're not having guys having to play out of position. I mean, how beneficial is that going to be, especially for a guy like Roger McCreary that I think has become a really, really good nickel corner?
Yeah, he is a really good nickel corner, and he's a guy that as long as you don't ask him to carry routes vertically too much, like those seam routes from those speedy guys, you're in good shape. And that's where you have your safety help over top anyway, but you're right. Guys are in the right role. McCreary, the way that he embraces physicality, helping out in the run game, the way that they could blitz him, who, by the way, Sneed is a very good blitzer, too, off the edge or even as a nickel. So you have that as well. So it's going to be pretty cool just seeing how Denard Wilson uses that group.
Talking to Teron Davenport this morning. And, Teron, I got to give it to you, man. You said probably 2-3 months ago, just let Rand do his thing. I mean, he's there for a reason. Let him do his thing. And, Ridley in the corners. But to me, getting Cushenberry, I'm an old offensive lineman, and I know it, as you well know, it's not getting talked about a lot, but I think he got one of the best centers in football. And history has shown when the Titans are good, they've got a good center. And I think they've got a great center. So good job by Rand, Teron, of putting those pieces in that the Titans desperately needed.
Yeah, you're right. And we had Cushenberry on the show on Friday. And the leadership that he's going to bring, the stability that he's going to bring, it can't really be measured. And I think when you talk about securing the pocket inside out, you take him and have him anchor that guard, center guard triangle right there, and now you have a really good situation for Will Levis to be able to step up in the pocket. If that outside pass rush comes, he can step up and kind of avoid that and push the ball down the field like we all know he wants to do. So bringing in Cushenberry, you're right. It's not getting the press that it should, but this was a very critical signing, and he's going to be a big part of this team turning things around.
With Callahan here, what's his dad's name?
Bill
Callahan. I'm trying to call him Tom Callahan, Big Tom Callahan. The whole right side of the line now with Reynolds, Nicholas Petit-Frere. I mean, can this guy work his magic and turn those guys into serviceable NFL players?
Yeah, I don't think it's so much him solely working his magic as much as it is these guys doing what they have to do. And I think right now Nicholas Petit-Frere should be the favorite to win the right tackle spot. And look, that's not bad. This guy, he's a third-round pick, so there clearly has been some talent that he's displayed. Now, was last year good? It absolutely wasn't. But there's a lot of things going into that. The year before was so-so. You never like to see a rookie regress, but the regression last year is understandable because of how things worked with the suspension and then the injury. So I think him at right tackle is going to be a good situation. At 7 is going to be the question. I don't feel they absolutely have to go tackle at 7. I think you could come back at 38 and get other tackle options, whether it's a guy like a Patrick Paul, whether it's a guy like a Tyler Guyton. There are others that you could consider, Jordan Morgan. Those are all guys. So it's really going to depend upon, what first and foremost the guys on the roster are able to do. And that's for T. Ferrer. I think he has to step up, and he's going to be a key part. If he could take that step forward, he'll be a key part of turning things around.
How concerned are you right now on the defense front seven? I know we got Jeffrey Simmons in there, but guys around him. I know the secondary is pretty much going to be set now, but how concerned are you right now, Teron, on the front seven on defense?
Well, I think it's something that they have to look at, and that's what I'm saying at pick 7. Look, if Dallas Turner's there, I mean, you have to consider it. You look at Arden Key, he's more of a situational guy, a high-level situational guy, because he can be an impactful pass rusher. Harold Landry, you got to get somebody opposite of him. I don't know that Rashad Weaver and Caleb Murphy have cemented a consistent spot as to be relied upon as playmakers, so you got that. Jeffrey Simmons is there. I think they need another D tackle, Sebastian Joseph Day. We'll see how he works with Simmons. He was at his best working with Aaron Donald. So I'm not saying Simmons is Donald, but there's a good chance there. I wouldn't be overly concerned. I do think they need to go out and draft somebody on day 1 or day 2. I mean, you look at day 2, you're looking at like a McKinley Jackson, out of Texas A&M. That's somebody. There are other options as well. Darius Robinson, early in day 2 is like. another pick. Yeah, I mean, I think that's your Danico Autry replacement.
Yeah, Teron Davenport is with us here on the Chasing Big Joe show. And you and I talked about this on Friday a little bit, but I think Titans fans are getting excited. Like DeAndre Hopkins is getting excited. Everybody's getting excited about the moves that they made, and they absolutely should. But what should be a realistic expectation? We don't know how the schedule is going to lay out yet. That's still yet to be determined, even though you know the opponents. You got to get through the draft. I still think this team's going to be a work in progress. So is it fair to say to fans, be excited, they'll be more fun to watch with this new offense, but you also have to understand you're probably not winning the Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not winning the Super Bowl this year, but the expectation should be to compete for a playoff spot. I think the expectation should be to compete for the division. That's something that I think they have a chance to do. Roster for roster, I think Houston is probably the best, then Jacksonville, then the Titans and the Colts. But still, as you mentioned, the draft is still left over. There's other things that can be done. So I'm curious how it's going to work out. But, yeah, I mean, the expectation should be postseason competition.
What are your thoughts on the new kickoff rule and some of the new rules coming out of the owners' meetings?
Yeah, the hip drop, I don't – how are you supposed to tackle a guy that you're behind? I don't know how you're supposed to do that. So that's going to be something that we'll see how they enforce it, how they police it. I don't really care for that rule change. Then the kickoff rule I think is pretty cool because I like the fact that if you catch it from the 20 to the 1, so to speak, you have to return it. You have to bring it out. And they took away the fair catch, which is cool to me because I think it's going to encourage more returns, and that's what you want. And last year, they were non-existent for the most part, so now we'll get to see that exciting part of the game.
I always love this, Teron. This details of Snead's contract came out, I guess, $55 million guaranteed, 4 years, $76 million. Why do people get mad when it's not their money? I mean, this is a good pick, a good signing. People, I can't believe. It's not our money. Why do we get mad?
Yeah, that's one I can't really call. It is not their money. And I think maybe they look at, okay, well, maybe that's money they could spend on something else. Look, folks, L'Jarius Sneed is a top 3, minimum top 5 corner in this league. You're going to have to pay for that. And they did that. And, it looks like he's going to be a big part of this secondary driving the car for the defense.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. You want a Kia or you want a Bentley? You can have both. You just got to pay for it, right? And so I think it's a hell of a pickup that Rand got.
Absolutely. Yeah, really good pickup.
He is Teron Davenport, Titans NFL Nation reporter for ESPN. TD, appreciate the time as always, and we will do it again soon.
All right, for sure. Appreciate you guys.
absolutely. And check out the Talking with TD podcast as well. Drops every Wednesday. You can check that out at theGameNashville.com or wherever you get your podcasts, as Teron does a fantastic job with that. All right, we will come back. We'll get more answers to our question of the day. $1.1 billion, that is the Mega Millions tonight. And what would you do, not what would you do with it, if you're having a big party after you win, what musical artist, comedian, band, whatever, are you getting to play? A lot of answers have been coming through all day. Plus, right now, sorry to throw this on you, Dr. Crane, but I forgot, and you've been a trooper today. Caller number 5 at 615-737-1025 will win 2-day passes to a pair of 2-day passes to Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival on September 28th and 29th at the park at Harlansdale in Franklin. That includes Dave Matthews Band, Hosier, Noah Khan, Need to Breathe, and many more. Caller number 5, 615-737-1025, a pair of 2-day passes to Pilgrimage Festival, Pilgrimage Music and Cultural Festival on September 28th and 29th at the park at Harlansdale in Franklin. Caller number 5 right now. Here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5, 106.3 The Game. All right, ESPN Bet is my official sports book. It's also the official sports book of ESPN, and it's the place to be. And let me tell you, I had a fun weekend with all the games going on, a lot of different sports. They're all right there at the palm of your hand on the ESPN Bet app. You can go in there. It's easy to use. Put your money in, make your wager, and get to winning. It's the only place to find daily exclusives and offers with your favorite ESPN personalities and shows. You can sign up today, and new users get $100 in bonus bets for making any sportsbook bet. Find all your favorite markets and bets like in-game wagering, cross-sport parlays, teasers, and all the props you can handle. ESPN Bet. Download today. What a play. You must be 21 years or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call or text the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. See the app for details. 1025, 1063 The Game this week for NCAA tournament coverage. Brought to you by Toyota. Ready, set, go. Get your Toyota today at Toyota.com. Get the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 going on this weekend starting on Thursday. Looking forward to that. All right, our question of the day, $1.1 billion. That is the Powerball, or not the Powerball, the Mega Billions tonight. Now, the Powerball is up to like 900, right?
It's 800.
800.
Well,
so.
I don't know. They had it last night. I haven't checked. I play every night because all it takes is one ticket to get out of here.
Well, I'm glad you hate me that much.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay my Discover bill on air. Keep talking.
The Powerball is $865 million.
Ew.
1.1 billion for the Mega Millions, and Lotto America that no one ever talks about is 2.45 million. Hey, I'd take that right there. I mean, you give me almost $3 million, I'd be fine.
Well, you remember half of that, goes to taxes. You give 10% to the church, and then you do whatever after that.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Caroline's
I
here.
give the
Hi,
church
Caroline.
like 20%. I'm fine with that.
Well, the good Lord only asked for 10%. But
Okay.
if you want to go over and above, you do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. The NFL will play on Christmas Day in 2024, despite the holiday falling on a Wednesday. So the NFL just taking over all of our holidays now. But our question is, if you win the lottery, what band would you have play? I've got a sneeze.
Do it, buddy. Do it, Chaser.
It's gone.
Bless
I hate it when
you.
it happens. Thank you. What band would you have play at your party?
Yep.
I said Justin Timberlake. I'd have JT.
But then
come to
I
my
said,
party.
you got the money, hire NSYNC.
Yeah, I could. Okay, we could get NSYNC.
Chase can only name 3 of the 5 of NSYNC. We'll have but he's
There's a
able.
reason for that, but
He only got 3 of the Backstreet Boys too, so we'll have to work on that too.
yeah,
as well.
and none of
New
well,
kids.
I knew Donnie. But
Which is sad. You got 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Wow, we'll work on that. I got all 5.
we
new
are your
kids,
boy band station. Apparently.
which is sad about me as well. So Chase hires NSYNC. I'm hiring the Coral Reefer Band and Mac McAnally, and then bringing some of Jimmy Buffett's friends and have a good time. But I mean, all these responses have been just fantastic throughout.
Oh yeah, they have been very, very good. So you can keep those going. Austin said Fallout Boy. That's
Okay.
what fob means.
Oh,
FOB.
okay. I thought you wanted to play your car fob.
Yeah. So there you go. Give Fallout Boy. With that, let's get to what day is it and celebrity birthdays.
All right, gentlemen, today for what today is American Diabetes Association Alert Day. So for
Okay.
those that's, let's see here, Legal Assistance Day. What else we have here? We also have National Make Up Your Own Holiday. That seems like everything on this
that's
list.
something you and I would do.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
What would your made-up holiday be?
It would be makeup.
Oh, okay.
A holiday with makeup.
Yeah.
All right. Today is National Purple Day.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have. National Spinach Day. I love spinach.
I love some spinach.
Oh, man, it's
Like
phenomenal.
Popeye.
Yeah. And
Caroline, do you like
olive oil.
spinach? Yeah, she loves spinach.
No, y'all are smart. I'm not. That's why I look like I do.
And for dessert, we'll have National Nutella Day.
Oh, yes.
How about that? And there's a spinach festival today, apparently. A lot of people celebrate that.
I don't love it that much to go to a festival.
I didn't know that was a thing today.
Yeah.
And with that, we go on to celebrity birthdays.
Real quick, Weston Herman says, "Hey, Big Joe, I've never purchased a Mega Ball or a Powerball or a Blue Ball or anything. How does all this work? How do you know if you win? I know I'm an idiot, but I gotta ask someday."
They'll just go to the store tomorrow. They've got a scanner. You can scan your ticket and see if you win. That's how you do it.
All right, celebrity
Let's hope,
birthdays.
Okay. All right, got to get these within 2. First birthday, Diana Ross. How old is Diana Ross? I'm coming
I
up.
know.
Chase wants the world to see.
81.
71.
80. Chaser knows his Motown singers.
I do know my Motown.
Next up is Steven Tyler.
Ooh, Aerosmith. 78.
Ooh. He looks young, but I think he's old. 73.
76.
He looks
Chaser's
dead.
2-0. He said, look, when my grandpa, who I love more than life itself, was 76, I mean, he looked 76. Steven Tyler, I mean, these musicians, man.
Well, he's had some work.
Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family. I mean, Vicki Lawrence. How old is Vicki Lawrence from Mama's Family? The Carol Burnett Show. She also wrote, "That's the night that the lights were down in Georgia."
Wait, she was Mama on Mama's Family, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you're still alive.
So rude.
77.
84.
75. Chaser is up 3-0. All right, here we go. Next is the very, very funny comedian, Martin Short.
Martin Short is 59.
Oh, 54.
74.
Oh, wow.
Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing and War Games. She looks beautiful. How old is Jennifer Grey?
63.
52.
64. Chasers up 4-0. We got time to run this out, too. Next, Michael Imperillo. He was from Sopranos. I forget his name in Sopranos.
57.
42.
58. Chasers up 5-0.
Oh, man.
A guy we've been trying to get on the show for weeks now. Today's his birthday. Kenny Chesney. Kenny, if you're listening, please respond to your email and come on our show. How old is Kenny Chesney?
Kenny Chesney. 55.
59.
56. Chasers up 6-0. He's one away from Willie Donick territory. Next up is actress Leslie Mann. She's married to Judd Apatow, and she was in all those movies
Yeah.
with him. Chaser, you're killing it, man. Leslie Mann.
I'm going to say 55.
63.
52. You're so
Oh.
close. All right, we got time here. Not running enough. Actress Keira Knightley.
Ooh. Yeah. D-Mason and I both have the same reaction. Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Keira Knightley, 48.
43.
39.
Jeez. Okay, a little
Chase,
off
you got to get this one. This is apropos for the tie. Country songwriter legend Dean Dillon.
there. Dean Dillon. Okay.
You get this, you tie the all-time record with Willie Donick. How old is Dean Dillon?
Went to high school with his daughter.
Exactly.
Dean Dillon is 73.
67.
69.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
At least I got on the board.
You did. We're not done yet.
Come on, Chase. Tie this record.
You got to get it, Chase. Lisa Gibbons, talk show host Lisa Gibbons. We got like 30 seconds, Chaser.
61.
67.
67 exactly. And now it's 6-3. Dr. got the bounce on that. Rapper Juvenile.
Ooh. Juvenile is 51.
56.
Chaser ties. He's 49, 7-3. Before we go, one more, Chaser. He lives here in Nashville. Country singer Ronnie McDowell. Ronnie McDowell. He does a great Elvis impression. Ronnie McDowell for the all-time record.
62.
67.
He's 74.
Ah.
That's right. You
All
did
right, we'll
good,
take it.
Chaser.
We tied it.
You tied it.
That'll do it for us.
Yeah, thanks for all the response. And hey, to our guys out there, if you're struggling, having a tough time, I know today's raining, seems kind of miserable. It's okay not to be okay. On your cell phone, call 988. Always there, somebody talk to us. Reach out to us, please. If you need to talk, we're always here for you to let you know God put you on this earth for a specific purpose, and we need you here. And we love you, and please know that.
Joe, glad you're okay.
Thank you, sir.
Slow down out there for
Please.
sure. Peace, love, rock and roll. Caroline, Willie, and D-Mace next. 102.5, 106.3, The Game.